When Secret Lairs first came out, I didn't know what to make of them. Certainly, I was upset that local game stores were being cut out of the equation, but this new idea, this new novelty, had some potential. Being able to offer special artwork and special treatments. Sure, I was cautious about Wizards of the Coast selling singles at secondary market prices, essentially, but it could be an opportunity to give us value and things that you couldn't otherwise find in a standard set. So I wasn't as critical as maybe I should have been, could have been. You know what I mean, Doc?
No secret lair alert!
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. We had no way of knowing just how many secret lairs they were going to release or how often. There was just one to go on, and so maybe this would be a yearly product. As a yearly product, is Secret Lair really that bad?
No secret lair alert!
I know! Then they did another one, and maybe I should have realized what they were up to sooner. How could I? Should I? I'm not at fault here, though. It isn't my fault that they make this many secret lairs.
No secret lair alert!
Now we've got a secret lair that's universes beyond of a universes beyond Warhammer thing. We're 2 universes beyond removed with this Blood Bowl nonsense. What's going on?
No secret lair alert!
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. Why are there so many secret layers? Why do we need so many secret layers?
No,
I don't even know what some of them are. This one's already over. They made one that was supposed to be up for 2 days, and it was up for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Doc!
No secret lair alert!
No! Call it. Tails, you lose. Many Magic the Gathering players ask the question, is it worth it to buy Secret Lair 30th anniversary, the mega secret lair that is celebrating 30 years of Magic the Gathering, chock full of cards that, it's sold out. It's already sold out. It was only available for 2 days, but it sold out within 30 minutes. Yeah, great. One of the things I love about Secret Lairs is that in exchange for them in no way supporting local game stores and not being available in local game stores, at least it never sells out. This one did. Well, you still lose. There is no point to me doing a review of whether or not it is worth it to buy this secret lair. It isn't available. It wasn't available. A few people got it. I don't know. But hey, if you missed out on Secret Lair 30-year anniversary, don't worry. There's 13, yes, 13 Secret Lairs currently available. I should have been counting if we managed to do 1 secret lair a week. What are we up to so far? Are we going to do 52 secret lairs this year? 1 a week? It feels like it. I'm going to have to count for next time. It's the end of the year, but you bet there's going to be a next time. But for this time, is it worth it to buy these 13 secret lairs? I'll let you know in just a moment, but first, would you like some free magic cards or magic things, or magic cards and magic things for almost free or less than free, or just the cost of shipping and handling? It's the SPAD! It's the sponsor! This video is brought to you by Whatnot, and if you sign up using my invite code, you'll get $15 to spend on anything you want on Whatnot. And you know what Whatnot has in addition to collectibles and action figures and other nerdy things? Magic cards. So yeah, $15 towards magic cards. I don't know, Whatnot is kind of like if eBay and Twitch had a baby. It's eBay listings, but they're live. So you go onto Whatnot and you check out all these little live streams, and people are auctioning things off like on eBay, or doing buy it nows like on eBay. And I'll give you $15 if you use my invite code. There you go. I mean, there's some Magic the Gathering things that are available for less than $15, like booster packs or singles, and all of that is on Whatnot, as well as Funko Pops and I think sneakers. And I don't know, the magic cards. It's really the magic cards, but there's other stuff too. So just use my code, www.whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College to get $15 credit to spend on anything, but probably magic cards. And also, if you'd like to see what's in the Tolarian Community College vault, I'll be doing a live stream. Just tune in this November the 18th on Whatnot for From the Vault, Tolarian Community College. What does that mean? I don't know. What could be in my vault? It's probably magic cards, but it might be stories from this here old timer Yeah, and unlike Secret Lairs, it's actually going to connect and you won't get a 404 error, and you'll get it in less than 1 year. Guaranteed. Probably will come faster. Look, it's $15 credit to buy Magic cards. It's live streaming, eBay, Twitch, like you go in and there's worse. Come on. It's not for pills. So, right? Take your $15. Get Magic cards and come watch me open up my vault. There's got to be a better way to say that. All right, we got a lot of Secret Lairs to get through. Let's hit it. First up, we have Secret Lair Post Malone Backstage Pass, featuring 4 cards from one of Post Malone's commander decks. The cards in this drop are reskinned versions of Crick, Son of Yawgmoth, Bolas' Citadel, Leshrac Sigil, and Jet Medallion. Each of these cards has been reskinned to the Post Malone theme, and thus features this popular rock star in the artwork. All 4 cards in this drop are powerful, which is unsurprising given they are all from Posty's own Crick deck. 2 of them, in particular, Bolas' Citadel and Jet Medallion, are flexible cards that could see play in basically any black commander deck. Bolas' Citadel also sees play in Vintage, for what that's worth, which is probably not much, and it often shows up in various cubes. You typically see Crick as a commander, but I think that it's a strong card in the 99 of decks that include black as well. Leshrac Sigil pretty much only sees play as a combo piece in a Crick deck thanks to its ability to repeatedly be cast and return to hand with its own ability. Notably, the foil version of Post/Crick is only the second time the card has been printed in foil. The first being a Judge promo that's worth $130. Wow. This is also Leshrac Sigil and Jet Medallion's first foil printings as well. Total value for the non-foil version is $45.09, which is not bad considering that'll cost you $29.99 to get. Thanks to that Crick Son of Yawgmoth, the all-foil version would cost you $137.49 if you tried to buy the cheapest available foils for each of these cards. I like the fact that we've taken actual cards from an actual community member's commander deck. I also like that they are reskinned in such a way that I feel is the least intrusive, which is having the real Magic card's name underneath. This is similar to how the Godzilla skins in Ikoria were done, and it's my preferred method. Grade is a little bit tough here, as the foil value is so high because Crick only is available as a Judge foil, but here you are getting the alternate art skin of Posty. Without knowing how well that is going to be a coveted card in the future, I'm going to say overall grade on both versions is a nice solid B, though I think that if you are a mono-black commander player and a Post Malone fan, that would probably make this grade an A. But financially speaking, I'll keep it in the B territory. Next up, if having retro-framed basic lands signed by Post Malone is something that excited you, then have I got a product for you, or a Secret Lair, which is Post Malone's Secret Lair lands thing. Here we have gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous art on lands. This is all first-time versions of this artwork appearing only here, and then signed and doodled on by Posty himself. So insert my typical disclaimer about personal aesthetics here. Maybe you just love this idea and are probably also a fan of Post Malone, and so your personal preference towards these artworks and his autograph is going to be very high. But financially speaking, this channel has taken the position that 5 basic lands for $29.99 or $39.99 in foil is not worth it. We've seen Wizards of the Coast offer better deals on Secret Lairs in the past, where we know they can provide a larger quantity and that the price associated with 5 cards is all made up. Basic lands should come in a higher volume than just 5 per Secret Lair. That's the stance we're sticking with, and so this is not worth it from a financial standpoint. Let's move on from Post Malone to Warhammer. Oh god, I thought we were done with that, but again, it's orcs. A continuation of the collaboration between Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop, this Secret Lair drop is made up of reskinned reprints themed after the Orc faction in Warhammer 40k. The cards in this drop are Merciless Executioner as Orc Commando, Aggravated Assault, Krenko Tin Street Kingpin as Makarai, the Lucky Grot, Zergo Helm Smasher as, I'm not even gonna try that, Prophet of the Wa, and Sky Sovereign Consul Flagship as Devolcha Vita. Beta, I think, or something. I don't know. I don't play Warhammer. What I do play is Magic the Gathering, and from a Magic the Gathering standpoint, this Secret Lair is worth purchasing for the Aggravated Assault reprint alone, at least in foil, where the cheapest version of Aggravated Assault is $167. I especially like that they didn't rename it for Warhammer, so I at least get a Magic card name, even if it isn't Magic-themed art. The other cards, not so much, though Sky's Sovereign, of course, has an expensive foil at $14.61, and that's a card that actually has increased play in Pioneer, so that might be of interest to you. Total value, though, in non-foil is only $32.91, so there's no real value there if you're spending $29.99. That's a D. But at $195 for the foil versions, thanks to Aggravated Assault and, yeah, a lesser extent Sky Sovereign, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a good old B+. And if one Warhammer Secret Lair wasn't enough, we've got a second one with Secret Lair Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Where's my Silumgar Secret Lair, Watsy? So this time we're in Age of Sigmar, which apparently is a fantasy world set in the past rather than a sci-fi universe in the future. All right. At least the flavor of these cards is much more in line with a typical Magic set. I don't know if that appeals to people these days, you know, Magic art and Magic cards. But the cards in this set are Blind Obedience, a reskinned Denintha Capuchin, now called Neve Blackdalon, a reskinned Nagila, who's called Archon of the Everchosen, and a reskinned Scourge of the Throne called Stardrake, and a reskinned Loxodon Warhammer called Gal Maraz, the Great Shatterer. So despite my not liking Warhammer too much, or at all, there's a lot of EDH staples here. Blind Obedience, Nagila the Blade Blossom, and Scourge of the Throne. Loxodon Warhammer was once a popular card, but it doesn't see much play anywhere these days. It's also a bit confusing given that its name in this reskin is more akin to a legendary equipment, but the card itself is not legendary. I don't know. I do know that the total value of all the non-foils is $37.17. No real value there. It's a D. There's about 80 bucks and 47 cents for the foil version. I'll give that a C+. All right, now that we're done with Post Malone and that we're done with Warhammer, we can move on to the next not Magic the Gathering themed Secret Lair, which is something called Blood Bowl. Wait, Blood Bowl is Warhammer? We're still Warhammer? Oh my god, enough with the Warhammer. So apparently this is Warhammer's own Universes Beyond, where what if Warhammer played football? I don't know. Set in an alternate version of Warhammer's fantasy world, the game is essentially a brawling, bloody version of American football. Yay! This comes with 6 reprints, renamed and reskinned. Approach of the Second Sun is now called Touchdown. Rewind is now called Reroll. Bone Splinters is now called Both Down. And Fling is now called Throw Teammate. Defense of the Heart is now called Perfect Defense, and Felwar Stone is now just the ball. Some of these cards see play in Commander and occasionally other formats, but apart from Defense of the Heart, they are by no means expensive or highly sought after. In fact, the non-foil version of all of these cards is only $17.80. Now, the foil version seems quite high at $527.49, but do keep in mind that this is the first foil printing of Felwar Stone since 9th edition, and that 9th edition foil is a $449 card. Defense of the Heart in foil, also pretty high at $72. So obviously the foil version is the one to get here if you're thinking financial value. I do wish we had a Felwar Stone in foil that was called, wait for it, Felwar Stone, and a Defense of the Heart in foil that was called, wait for it, Defense of the Heart, and featured Magic art from Magic's Worlds, but I don't know, $527, but I don't know anymore. Does it even matter? Does anyone even care? Just buy it if you like Blood Bowl and Blood Bowl with it. It's a B. Are we done with other IPs for this Secret Lair drop yet? Well, next up is If Looks Could Kill, which is a fashion-themed drop, illustrated by Jack Hughes. The cards in this drop are Azami, Lady of Scrolls, Liliana of the Dark Realms, Reflector Mage, and Adaptive Automation, all of which are depicted as dressed in bright, asymmetric pastel outfits and posing as though they were on a catwalk. Reflector Mage is a strong card in Pioneer, but does not see play outside of that format. Liliana of the Dark Realms is one of the weakest Lilianas ever printed, and likely won't make it into any deck deck you build for any format. Maybe Commander, the format where even janky planeswalkers have a home. Adaptive Automation and Azami Lady of Scrolls still struggle to see play in Commander, but they do, as there is some niche utility there. Now, Azami's previous foil printing is over $110, bringing that foil value up really high, along with the foil Liliana of the Dark Realms. But oh no, in non-foil, there's just no value here. 27 cents is Reflector Mage, Azami's 50 cents in non-foil. You're spending $29.99 for $19.96 in value. Sadi, it's nice to get that Azami in foil reprint, and there's value in the Liliana. Reflector Mage is $8.28 in foil. Adaptive Automation, $11. Sure, I'll give this a B+ for the foil version. Next up is an epic secret lair in terms of the collab artist, because it is a collaboration with the legendary horror manga artist Junji Ito. Ito brings his iconic style to some iconic black cards, giving them fresh and terrifying new artwork. Cards in this drop are Carrion Feeder, Doomsday, Plague Crafter, and Thoughtseize. And you can buy the secret lair in English or Japanese, and both versions have both a foil and non-foil version available. Best of all, the Japanese versions are the same price as their English counterparts. Now, there's only 4 cards here. I wish there were 5, but they are some pretty good reprint choices. They see play in multiple formats. But unfortunately, cards like Carrion Feeder and Plague Crafter aren't too expensive to begin with. Thoughtseize is an $11 and change card, Doomsday $7 and change, and the total value of the non-foil versions is $20.11. I've said it before, I wish they would always have 5 cards so that they could juice up the price here. And even though I absolutely love this artwork and I'm going to pick up one for myself, financially speaking, the non-foil version is a D. Foil version has some value, largely due to Doomsday, though also bolstered up by Plague Crafter and Thoughtseize. It's $85.29 in value. That's a B+. What a stark contrast in grades. Remember the days when non-foil secret lairs had a lot of value in them, 2-3 times the price? Tolarian Community College remembers. Moving along, we have another secret lair with another collaboration with another famous visual artist. And can I just say that, value aside, I love that they're doing this. This is so much better than Blood Bowl or Rick and Morty or whatever. We're taking famed and established artists from other fields and letting them go into the world of Magic the Gathering and create, well, just look at these masterpieces. A perfect mix of reprint choices, as all 4 of these cards see play in multiple formats. And here, Yoji Shinkawa uses his futuristic robotic style to bring beloved artifacts, or artifact-aligned planeswalkers from throughout Magic's history, to life on the card. Tezzeret the Seeker, Phyrexian Metamorph, Skullclamp, and Solemn Simulacrum. And just like the prior, this secret lair is available in both foil and non-foil for both English and Japanese languages. Sadly, while these cards do see play, there still is not that much value in picks like Solemn Simulacrum. A great card, Commander decks all run it, but it's only $1.15. Again, add a 5th card, juice up that value. The non-foil version of this is $34.38. What a shame to have to give that another D. And the foil version isn't much higher. Tezzeret the Seeker and Phyrexian Metamorph and Skullclamp all have a modest value to them in foil, but it adds up to $69.74, which is far from nice and only a C+. Boy, there sure are a lot of secret lairs in the October drop. I hope you're not becoming spaced out, because the next secret lair is totally spaced out. It's kind of a tie-in with Unfinity, containing 4 space-themed lands. Only 4? Huh, that's weird. Why not 5? Oh, because they're not part of a series? I don't know. It's Ash Barrens, Command Beacon, Fabled Passage, and Strip Mine. Nice, Strip Mine. These lands are all staples to Commander, of course, and a few see play in other formats. Ash Barrens, for instance, is one of the best mana fixers in Pauper. Fabled Passage occasionally shows up in Pioneer, and Strip Mine is a Vintage and Cube all-star. If you love shiny cards, and you love space, and what player of the high fantasy game Magic the Gathering doesn't love space, then you'll love this secret lair. But you probably won't love the value, because it's going to cost you $50 for these 4 cards. You see, they're a special sparkly version of foiling that, while admittedly will still curl, has a star-like sheen. Maybe it pops extra with the curl. That $50 gets you $65.61 worth of cards were you to buy each of these in their cheapest possible foil. I guess that's a C-. There's barely value there. It's pretty much at cost. Foil Ash Barrens are $1. It's for Pauper. Imagine if they had done a secret lair of the fetch lands in the space style. You see, because the shock lands were in Unfinity, so why not do a secret lair of the fetch lands in the space style? They could have put 5 of each fetch land for $39.99 for a non-foil and $49.99 for a foil. Players who loved Unfinity could have completed their collection. Players who bought these and loved it could have gone out and drafted Unfinity wanting to complete their collection. We could have made a link between the game stores where you buy and draft Unfinity and secret lairs, which in no way help game stores and probably hurt them. And we could have reduced prices on needed reprints like fetch lands. Anyway, enjoy your foil fabled passage and command beacon. But our journey through space is not at an end yet, because we are moving beyond the stars. That's right, magic artist Jeremy Solomon captures the mystery, intrigue, and vastness of space in these 4 minimalist space-themed magic cards. And though it's only 4 cards and not 5 as I would have liked, these are some really great reprints. While Wheel of Sun and Moon doesn't see much play these days compared to other graveyard hate, it's still run as a good redundancy card in some commander lists. The other 3, however, they're staples. Certainly Imprisoned in the Moon, which is Planeswalker removal in blue, a color that can't usually deal with those powerful permanent types. And though many Magic the Gathering players will bemoan Stasis, it's a Stacks piece staple, and it's being printed in foil here for the first time ever. Prismatic Omen as well had been expensive for a very long time due to its unique and powerful effect. Looking at the value though, it's a really wide split. Only $26 and change for the non-foil version, no good financial value there. But as far as foils are concerned, Prismatic Omen and Wheel of Sun and Moon were both $80 foils, and of course, since Stasis has never even been available in a foil, there's some great value to be had. So while I'm going to give a D for do not buy to the non-foil version, those looking for a little extra bling are getting an A- in value here, though I will reiterate how much better it would have been had there been a 5th piece. Now we journey from space to the weirdest pets in the multiverse. Behold, this secret lair is a series of eccentric pet owners with their beloved little freaks. Illustrated by Omar Ryan, this drop includes Laboratory Maniac with his wart-infested rabbit beast thing. While Maniac has largely been supplanted by Thassa's Oracle for the most part in many commander decks, he's still run as redundancy to their Oracle, or simply because they like making things harder on themselves. There's a Stitcher's Supplier, Aristocrats All-Star, with an adorable little puppy dog. What's nice about Supplier is that in addition to those Commander Aristocrats decks, it also sees play in Pioneer. The remaining 3 cards, Beast Whisperer with a terrifying raptor creature thing, Vizier of the Menagerie with a trio of angry sharp-toothed beast things, and Wood Elves with a cute little flower-adorned monster are all cards that you run if you're playing green. So goody, more toys for green. Though maybe these toys were not the best choice, as the value just isn't there for foil or non-foil. We're looking at only $19.19 for non-foil value. That's a joke. And you're really only gaining 2 cents in value if you get the foil version. Wow, 2 cents! So while it's really tempting to give the non-foil version a fail, I'll be kind and just say D for do not buy, and that's the grade, of course, for the foil version as well. Again, these grades only represent the financial value, and if you like this art, if you think it's a fun addition to your deck, well then, that's what it's about, and you can totally pick them up. But if you're looking for a good financial buy, this particular secret lair does not have it. Next up, after the success of last year's Extra Life Secret Lair, Wizards of the Coast has partnered with the organization again, repeating the process of having art drawn by children and then redrawn by grown-ups. The Secret Lair comes with 2 copies, therefore, of Birds of Paradise, as well as 2 copies each of Laughless, Dragon Queen, and Sliver Legion. So there's really only 3 cards in this Secret Lair, but you end up with 6. Ultimately, I think this year's Extra Life Secret Lair is not quite as exciting card-wise as last year's, which had the highly sought-after Commander finisher Craterhoof Behemoth, but at least Sliver Legion is in there for us Sliver lovers, and Birds of Paradise goes in anything. Total value for the non-foil versions of all these cards would be $68.60, and for the foils, $89.72. This is for charity, so the grade is for charity. Don't like it? Don't buy it. Donate the money directly to charity instead. This charity or any other. Grade charity. Oh my God. I'm so sick of secret lairs. I'm so sick of them. I just really am. It's so many. Like this, it's like all Wizards knows is all or none. We're going to make the thing, but we're going to charge either a fortune or it's going to be crap. Like, where's the middle ground? Where's just answer me this. Where's the 30-year anniversary product that's just for everyone? That's just like, yeah, this is just a fun way to celebrate 30 years of Magic the Gathering. Anyway, 13 secret lairs, probably another 13 coming in a couple weeks. Sorry you didn't get your 30-year secret lair advent calendar that may have had a chance at foils, and maybe you didn't want foils, but maybe you did, so you're going to buy several that's what they want. I don't know. Hey, thanks again to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. Remember, if you use my invite code, you get $15 credit to spend on anything you want on Whatnot, and Whatnot has Magic cards, singles, packs, things like that. You know, it's $15. Come on, for Magic cards. It's not a bad thing. It's not evil. I don't think Wizards of the Coast is evil. It's greedy. Whatnot's probably greedy, but you can be greedy too with my invite code. Just sign up and use the $15 and then you don't ever have to do anything again. Who cares? Just go to whatnot.com/invite/Tolarian College to get your $15 credit to spend on whatever you want on Whatnot. You can go into anybody's stream. It doesn't have to be my From the Vault stream thing I'm doing. I don't even have that much that I'm offering in it anyway, because I'm not a thing. So you go around, you go, oh, look, they're selling some stuff. They've got some buy it nows and some auctions. Cool. I will redeem my credits and get sent it in less than 1 year, which is a better deal than a secret lair. Whatnot?
I'm on Shuffle Up and Play.
Today, we are playing Commander, but it's pre-EDH, which means no Commander pre-con cards whatsoever. We'll be playing Duran, the Siege Tower.
Essentially
it's
a
just
five.
a trait.
Essentially a
it has
5/5.
0 power.
I'm gonna put 6 mana Spitting Image.
And you're also supposed to write legibly.
It's like a Rorschach test.
Sheldon, if I defeat you at Commander, do I get to be on the rules committee?
You do not. Brian.
Which?
Brian number 1.
Am I number 1? Am I number 1 or am I the professor? I do not own a Diamond Valley. And I'm wondering if anybody here has any objection if I just take this basic forest and write Diamond Valley on it so that I can play. Does anyone object?